Less is more pretty much sums up everything we've been talking about. You're living in places that connect you to nature. You're connected to light, you're connected to the community as well, because often now that we're building the biggest houses in the world, what's happening is it's changing our streetscapes. So no longer, when, like I was a child, can kids get on bikes and roam around the street and know all the neighbours, because everybody's got these massive big 5-car garages and big walled houses that are all separated. So that's the other thing, is that less is more in your own life, but it's also that connection of people around you. And not having fences and just walking. My house has no fence. That's what's so fabulous about these tract houses that we're in today. These houses all connect to each other. You still have privacy, but you're feeling like you're in a neighbourhood, and that's what this was about. It was building neighbourhoods as well. Okay, Matthew, let's drink.
Cheers.
To modernism. So what I want to know is, how did you get to Palm Springs? What brought you here?
My first trip to Palm Springs was in 1977 in the back of my parents' Plymouth Fury from Ohio.
And so then you came back when to, decide to live here?
12 years ago.
So you've been here even before this big resurgence sort of took off, really?
It was in such a beautifully curated state of decay everywhere. A mid-century ghost town in a lot of ways. Things closed down in the summer. There were 2 restaurants that were open.
2 restaurants?
Everybody else closed for the season.
So how do you think then this resurgence came about? What's your take on it then?
Periodicals.
Magazines, like wallpaper magazines.
Mainly. Like newspapers vanish. Magazines sit around in doctors' offices and dentist lobbies, and people are shivering and cold in places like Indiana and Minnesota. And
so you've obviously seen it from before this all took off. What do you think the biggest changes are?
If you move here or come here and intend to stay here, you need to understand you can get a new building anywhere. I think new things could enhance Palm Springs.
But as long as they have a relationship to the landscape, to the site, one of the biggest losses in Palm Springs is the story of the Maslin House. This house was designed by Richard Neutra, one of the most significant architects of the 20th century. And what happened is the family, they interviewed for months and months and months to get the right people to buy this house. Literally within buying it, within a few weeks, it was an over-the-counter demolition permit, $15. They hired a bulldozer and they demolished the lot. But that was this idea of realising that we could lose these gems that forced people, or really got
and
people motivated.
To their credit, they really jumped on that and have the zoning now where that can't happen again, or shouldn't happen again.
But it still does, as we were just saying,
Yeah.
So tell me, obviously being a realtor, you're at sort of the, how should I say, the the
it's
coalface.
like Ellis Island. You're seeing all the people that are coming here.
Who are the people that are buying these houses? Is it a new, young, demographic?
When I first moved here, it was like the gays or the grays. There wasn't anything else. There were not just retirees, like these were like 80 and 90-year-old people that were out cocktailing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then there was all the gay people. And that was sort of it. But lately what I've noticed is that there are a lot of younger buyers, and they are priced out of their home markets. And they've all been here at some point, and I chalk a lot of our late success up to Coachella.
Or exactly, the big music festival.
And they just associate us with a good time. It's a fad with a past. I mean, this has been going on since the 50s. One friend of mine likens this. They liken us, the modernists, to Civil War reenactors, that we kind of get together and dress up and pretend to be in the 50s and 60s, which is a little bit true. I chalk a lot of the mid-century awareness up to Mad Men.
Well, exactly.
That was the best PR for
ever.
Palm Springs, even if it was not about Palm Springs, everybody associates that with
It's the lifestyle, and A Single Man, Tom Ford's movie as well. Movies like that, TV shows, they get people, people get to see these houses, they get to see what the whole lifestyle's about, and then they want to buy into it. Exactly.
And someone said, we're doing what our parents always wanted to do. That was what, that everybody wanted to always stand around a swimming pool and have a cocktail party. And that's kind of what it's really all about, is just being social in a beautiful setting.